Shalom. This message is being brought to you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All praises due. Peace and salutations to the elect of Israel, to the 1/3 out there listening and learning. Just want to give another breakdown of the scriptures today, and want to take us to the book of Philippians, chapter 4, because it's a real down spirit now, and this tribulation is getting underway with the murder of George Floyd. I'm not sure if it's Floyd George or George Floyd, but you know, all of this is by design, and all of this is in the scope of the Most High's plan, and this is his movie. He's the one that's that's orchestrating everything. So it's times like these that we have to keep our head and we have to keep our wits. And it's not a time to be down. It's not a time to be sad or disturbed, because the scripture says that wisdom and knowledge will be the stability of the times. And these are some evil days here. And these police killings, they've been going on for years, decades. But now, because of technology, okay, they're being put on Front Street now. They're being made visible. All right. So we as believers that know who we are, we know our identity, we know we're Israelites, we know who we are to the Most High, we're supposed to still rejoice in these times, because think about it, there's some people out there that haven't woke up, some people out there that's not going to wake up, okay, and they're going to die in their sins the way the Most High said. But thanks be to the Most High, that's not you or I. All right, so I just pray that this encourages you in the book of Philippians, starting in chapter 4, starting at verse 4. It says, "Rejoice in the Lord always. And again, I say rejoice." He said it twice. All right? Because if you get down and depressed, then as a man thinketh, so is he. You know? You can't do nothing depressed. You can't do nothing with a heavy spirit of bondage. The Most High don't want us like that. We got him. Verse 5, "Let your moderation be known unto all men. The Lord is at hand. Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God." And that's a privilege that we have. We know the precious name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. We have a relationship with him. We know him, and we know that he knows us. And we know that because he woke us up. See, he said in Matthew chapter 7 that there's going to be some people that he's going to say, "Depart from me, ye worker of iniquity, I never knew you." And see, those are the law keepers. Not commandment keepers, law keepers. See, if you're trying to keep the law and impress him, he doesn't know you. He wants you to keep his commandments, all right? Love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, mind, soul, and strength. And the second one is like unto it, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself, all right? On these two hang all the law and the prophets. That's what we're supposed to be doing now. That's being obedient. And when we're doing that, we can make our requests known unto the Most High, man, for protection, for help, for stability, for encouragement. He'll give us what we need, man, at the time we need it, okay? Verse 7, "And the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Mashiach Yahweh Shai." You see, we have a peace that can't be explained. And because we don't get it from anything in this world, it can't be taken from us. We can't go back to unknowing what we know. All right. And I'm not going to say we don't go through some rough times. We do. But in the end, we know where we're headed. We know where we're going. We know what the end result's going to be. These are the end of days. And we know most of all that Yahweh knows us by name. All right. And at the appointed time, he's going to pick us up. And he promised to protect us until then. So we don't have to worry like others have to. All right. And that's what brings us to peace. Okay. Verse 8. Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things. So what are you thinking about? What are you thinking about that's got you down? What are you thinking about that's affecting your spirit? Because that's a vibration. You know, you're supposed to be thinking about the kingdom. All right, you're supposed to be thinking about the day that we meet Yahweh Shai and Yahweh. You're supposed to be thinking about the day that he comes and takes us out of here. We're supposed to have our minds stayed on that. And I'm not saying that we don't have some challenges, because we do, but now unto him that's able to keep us from falling, man. All right? You know, we have nothing to worry about. He said, in this world you shall have tribulation, but count it all joy. He's overcome the world. He overcame it. He overcame it on our behalf. So all we do now is win. But you can't win in a depressed state of mind. You can't win always keeping your mind on negative things or what you don't have or where you ain't with. You know, you can't go down and sit down at the restaurant, man. Cook at home, right? Maybe you lost your job, all right? That's a rough shot. But when it comes to that, you know, that's when we have to send those prayers up and thank God for what we do have. All right. If you're not working, when you look up at night, can you see stars, or do you see a roof or a ceiling? If you see a roof or a ceiling, then the Most High is still taking care of you, man. You might not be working, but did you eat today? Did you drink today? No, you ain't having no 5-star meal or nothing like that. It's not about all that. All right? Because they got some people that they don't have nothing. They lost their job, and all of their stuff is on the curb. Sheriffs that came and put them out, and they don't know where they're headed. All right? Some of them sleeping out on the street, man. You know? And if that's not you, hey, you know? And then some of us, man, I don't know. The scriptures say, I once was young, but now I'm old. The two things I've never seen is the righteous forsaken, nor seed begging bread. If you really in this truth, I believe the Most High is going to take care of you. All right? Verse 9. Those things which ye have both learned and received and heard and seen in me, do, and the God of peace shall be with you. The God of peace. You know, you can't know Yahweh Shai and Yahweh, all right, and then just get in a state of depression where it's affecting you to the point where you just can't function. That's not scriptorial. Philippians chapter 4, verse 19, he says, but my God shall supply all your need according to his riches and glory by Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. So, are your needs being met? When I say wants, I said needs. Are your needs being met? Are you eating? How's your health? Right? I just refuse to believe that anybody that is truly turned toward the Most High, man, that he's letting you live in a foul condition. Now, I'm not saying you are exactly where you want to be, but I can say that through the power of the Most High, I believe that we're all where we're supposed to be. I'll be confident enough to say that. See? And we can't sit here and look around at other people, because that's what affects our stability. Let me get a precept for that. Let's go to Psalms 73. Starting at verse 1. Truly God is good to Israel, even to such as are of a clean heart. See, he's good to us, man. We have a clean heart. We have to filter out a lot of the negativity. We got to filter out who we hang with, who we talk to. We got to redeem the time, like the scriptures say. You know, some people in your family you got to get away from. Some people at your job you got to get away from. Some people that you can't talk to no more, because they're gonna drag your spirit down, man. That's all they do. That's all they here for. Always talking negative. Always talking about what they ain't got. Never satisfied. Never satisfied with what they have. Always complaining. It's draining. And a lot of these people have things that people wish they could have. They're homeowners, got a nice vehicle, got a good job, still ain't good enough, man. All right? And if you're not careful, you could get in that spirit. Look at verse 2, Psalm 73 and 2. But as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. See, wicked people seem to prosper, you know, above the Lord's people. But it's only for a short time. What we have, you can't buy with money. Look at the man or woman that's got a bunch of money, but they don't even know who they are. All right? That right there is bad enough. Let's go to Proverbs 21 and 16. It says, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. Verse 17. He that loveth pleasure shall be a poor man. He that loveth wine shall be oil. He that loveth wine and oil shall not be rich. All right. Verse 18. The wicked shall be a ransom for the righteous, and the transgressor for the upright. See, it's not about material things. This life is not about material things. You got to be thankful for what you have. So what, you ain't got a brand new Lexus, a brand new E-Class Mercedes? All right. So what? So what, you ain't got a split level house? So what, you don't have a house? All right. If you got an apartment, all right, you take care of that apartment like it is a house. You take care of an apartment like it is a split level home, man. All right. You take care of that bucket that you got, if you want to call it that. Take care of that like it is an E-Class Mercedes, man. It's not about the material. And when you look at it, most of us want material things because we want to look good to everybody else. All right? That's what it is. We want to impress people. And when you live that way, you'll never be satisfied. And I'm not saying it's wrong to want nice things, but if you got a car, if you got a place to stay, then you be faithful over a few things. Because honestly, time is running out, man. I've been driving the same car for 10 years. And I could get a new one if I wanted to. But why? I'm really not into this material stuff, man. I fixed up what I had that's old. And I like it. You know what I mean? It's about living a life and being moderate, man. It's about balance. You out there spending all this money just to get a couple of oohs and ahs, all right, from people that don't matter, man. And they gonna still talk about your ass, even when you get something new. You know, haters don't mind what they hate on, as long as they hating. So you got to get that inner peace, all right, by thanking the Most High for what you have and where He has you. You got to be thankful for what He's doing. See, they got plenty of rich people. I'll tell you a story. The area I used to work in a little over 20 years ago, it's one of the baddest houses I've ever seen. And I was like, damn, man. And that house is bomb. I sure would like to have something like that. I sure would love to come home to that. I saw that house for 3 months, all right? Because I worked in the area. I was a garbage man in that area. And then one day, I saw the person who lived in there. It's an older white lady, man. And she had her oxygen on. She was old, you know. She was on a gurney. And found out from the regular driver that was on that route, she had been alone in that house for years, you know. She can't even enjoy it. So just because it looked like somebody got something good, man, you might be looking from the outside in. That woman would give everything to have her health back. She probably moving an apartment and everything back then to get her health back and just be able to enjoy life, you know. So if you can move around, think on your own, all right, you in good shape, man. You got your mind, you know. You in good case, all right. If somebody somewhere looking at you, wishing that they had what you had, not to mention the best part of all, we know who we are now. We know that we are the Israelites, and we know that we're going to have a kingdom, all right, that's going to be never ending. So that should be enough, and that should be enough to keep us stable, man, until He comes and picks us up. But the word for the day is to be thankful, man. It's for us to be thankful for what we have, thankful for being in His truth, and thankful that Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai didn't take us out of here, man, without letting us know who we are, man. There's a lot of people that He's not going to allow to accept this. Let me get a precept. Isaiah chapter 9, starting at verse 6. Wait a minute. It's a lot. Isaiah chapter 6. My bad. Start at verse 8. Also I heard the voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send, and who will go for us? Then said I, here am I, send me. And He said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert, and be healed. See, you've seen with your eyes and heard with your ears, and your heart understood, and you've been converted. There's some people that's not going to get that chance. And this is when they might wake up. Verse 11. Then said I, Lord, how long? And He answered, till the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the houses without man, and the land be utterly desolate. See? So, that's why we have to thank the Most High for what He's done for us now. Okay? Be thankful. Right? Be gracious. Thank the Lord for what you have. Okay? Because He could have left us all asleep, man. I don't know about y'all, but this the best thing ever happened to me was to find out who I was, who I am. Cause I damn sure didn't want to be no dusty, crusty ass Hamite, man. That was like my worst nightmare, you know. I grew up in elementary school, man. You know, they got their jokes on, man. You know, that was probably one of the worst things, was to be called an African booty scratcher, man. That'll wound your ass all day, man. You can't get your work done when they call you that, man. All right? So, we ain't African, man. We Israel. All right? Above all people. All right? So, Kum Yasharallah. I hope this message was edifying. And I pray that your hearts have been comforted. All right? Let's keep looking ahead. All right? To better days. He said, through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom. So we got to stay steadfast and unmovable, always abiding in the work of the Most High, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. All right? So I pray that this message has been edifying. And until next time, Shalom, Matthias out.